Electric cars are the cars of the future. Having efficient and renewable transportation that does not rely on fossil fuels may solve the climate change problem. But experts say that electric cars may not be the best solution to our problem. Maybe it'll make it worse. Today at Finance Spur, we'll learn about the problem of electric cars and why it won't change anything. But before that, click that subscribe button for more videos about finance, technology, and business. Electric cars, or EVs, are considered the future of the car industry. Futurists imagine fully efficient, renewable, and highways filled with electric-powered cars, with charging stations replacing gas stations. It will eventually replace all fossil fuel and gas-operated vehicles, making cars with zero emissions, and then trigger a chain reaction, making all oil and coal power plants shut down and be replaced by renewable or nuclear energy. Sounds like a very good future, right? But what are electric cars, and how do they work? Let's have a little history lesson about electric cars first. Robert Anderson was the first person credited with inventing the first electric car between 1832 and 1839. Developments such as the 1884 car by Thomas Parker used a specially designed high-capacity rechargeable batteries. Electric taxis started popping out in Britain and the United States in 1897. More specifically, Waller-Bursey's electric cabs in London. These were the first self-propelled vehicles for hire when at that time, horse-drawn taxis are more common. In New York, the Electrobat 2 took the streets with a fleet of hansom cabs made from that model. It was funded by the Electric Storage Battery Company of Philadelphia. Electric cars continued to cruise around the world, but it wasn't produced into mass production. Cars like the rocket-shaped La Jamais Contente broke the speed limit at the time, reaching a top speed of 60 miles per hour in 1899. Electric cars even reached the moon with NASA's Apollo space program using the lunar roving vehicles or moon buggies that are driven by the astronauts. But the first electric cars we see today, such as Tesla, began pretty late. By the early 90s, the California Air Resource Board began pushing for more fuel-efficient, lower-emission vehicles with the goal of making them zero-emission, and electric cars are the best and the most realistic solution. This triggered a California-based electric automaker, Tesla Motors, to begin the development of the first all-electric car to go into production, the Tesla Roadster. It was also the first highway-legal all-electric car to use lithium-ion battery cells and the first all-electric car to have a range of over 200 miles per charge. It was revolutionary, and it triggered a craze for electric vehicles because of climate change and a cheaper option than gasoline. By 2015, electric cars were barely selling 1 million cars each year, but in a span of 8 years, sales of electric cars reached a record high of 14 million, with China as its #1 customer, having 8 million cars sold just by half of this year alone. The main reason for this revolution of electric cars was due to it being cheaper and mass-produced. Charging stations also played a role, as well as smart AI technology. If you run out of battery, you can find the nearest charging station with the help of GPS and AI. And the best thing about electric cars is that it would help cut off fuel emissions, saving the planet. But can it really do it? Do you think electric vehicles will make a change in the future? I want to know your comments down below. But if you are interested in more videos about finance, technology, and business, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to our channel. Harris Marx, an author of the book Road to Nowhere, says that companies such as Tesla are doing a mistake with their approach. He stated that in order to create an electric car, a lot of minerals need to be mined, and much of that will continue to happen in the global south. And those mines have incredible environmental and health impacts in the places that they exist. But where do these batteries really come from? Batteries are a major key part of the electric car development. The larger the battery, the larger the range. But larger means heavier, thus less power the engine can make. Lithium-ion solved the problem with its high energy density and long cycle life, with some reaching a life cycle of 40 years. But lithium is mined, and it is harmful to the environment. Let's travel to South America. If you look at the sky, it is a colorful place having yellow to blue tones filling the mines. But the process alone requires a huge amount of water and electricity, and it can pollute the air and water around the mines, making it toxic with its chemicals and heavy metals. So it can make life easier for some countries, but in the countries where lithium is mined, it's the opposite. Not only does the mining make the electric car revolution useless in the fight against the environment, it may be making it worse. In Nevada, a dormant volcano was being prepared to extract lithium. They started blasting and digging out a giant pit that will serve as the first new large-scale lithium mine in the US. But the natives around the area are protesting because of its use of billions of gallons of precious groundwater, useful for the hot and arid Nevada. And worse of it all, it can poison the water source in the region. Electric cars are not the only solution to climate change. Experts such as Paris Marx states that placing so much focus on the automobile, and even now, the electric automobile, is not the way that we solve our mobility problems, but rather, it's time to invest in transit, in cycling, in walkable cities to get people out of cars altogether. Electric cars are really the future, but will definitely leave a huge scar on our planet. But with more people wanting to make cities more walkable and public transportation more accessible, cars may be phased out in the far future. But now, as the electric car revolution continues, we can only expect what is to be expected. It may not make any changes to our fight against climate change. But how did Elon Musk plan the eventual SpaceX Mars mission? Or how about the capabilities of Tesla's most awaited Cybertruck? Check out our channel for more amazing videos about finance stories, new technologies, and business tips and ideas. If you like this video, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that notify bell for upcoming videos. But for now, this is Finance Spur. Have a great day.